sing a big happy birthday. So please welcome a man, the man that every man wants to be, every woman wants to be with. Please welcome.
Lovely.
Mr. Costa Georgiadis.
Gracious me, Lisa. I am suffering from a very serious case of BUB, a syndrome known as blushing under beard. This is the first time that I've stood on these fine steps of this location, which has been the home of many a great rally, many a great gathering, many a great sharing of information and change. And should I go so far as to say revolution? Yes. Food is political, food is our business, and food is something that we all have in common, whether we're left, right, centre right, or left, right, out. The bottom line is that every day we engage with a food economy. We engage with the future of food by virtue of the choices that we make. And our decisions are changing awareness around our food future. Individual consumers, it's sort of like really so easy to think, oh, what does it matter? What does my choice matter? I'll just buy those frozen berries. I'll just buy that heat-treated UHF milk. I'll just buy that frozen, made from imported and local produce. What does that mean? As local consumers, as individuals, we can drive change. We need transparency in labelling for starters. Yep. I need to know what does made from local and imported ingredients mean. This whole thing about, I suppose this whole thing about the berries, at the end of the day, it's kind of funny that there's all these issues, but we need something like that to bring it up in the mainstream media debate, to put it on the pages of the newspaper and in the news. When our food is every day, it's not just a spike. And if we buy something, we want to know what that labelling means. Because at the moment, made produce or product of Australia and New Zealand, actually it could just be the cardboard box that's the product of Australia. And everything else has come, and this is the case with these berries. They've gone from Chile, they've gone somewhere else to get packaged industrially, then they get delivered to New Zealand and sold as product of Australia and New Zealand. I want to know what the labelling means. But it goes beyond that, because what we have is a situation where suddenly there's a call. We need more controls. We need more bureaucrats in Canberra to control this. But the thing we don't realise is who's paying for these bureaucrats to be there to keep the price of those berries at half the price of what one of our local, where's our local berry grower who I just met earlier, for half the price that she and her family can grow them at. And the crazy thing is, we might be getting them for $6 frozen, but our taxes are paying the other $6 per kilo to have more people controlling the importation instead of the development of a local food system. Because when we start to get to know our farmers and we recognise local produce, then we build a local food economy. And a local food economy and economy and a economy and an economy, and it could be a pecan economy as well. But a local food economy creates career pathways for our youth. And I can see lots of children here. And when we start to say that farming is a career that should be valued, our farmers are our doctors, because we need to make a decision. We need to make a decision. Do we want more hospitals or do we want more farmers? More local farmers. And if we have more local farmers growing our preventative medicine, then we build local economies. Within local economies develops regional identity, so that I know the taste of those oysters on the south coast. I know the taste of those berries down at Caramara. I know the taste of those Caramara berries because they've got the soil flavour of Caramara. I know the taste of Western Victoria. I know the taste of Northern New South Wales. We know local. And then with that local, we build regional identity. With regional identity, we share nationally. We build a secure national food system. And then we can say we can export. Yes, and this is the parallel universe we need to understand. We're here today talking about local food. We're talking about growing local farming futures. There's also another discussion talking about industrial agriculture, providing exports and serving a free trade agreement. But don't get me wrong, these are two different universes because there's only a very small number of farmers selling food internationally. We need to build local food security. And every single one of your actions, when I travel the country, I love it because there's people doing it. The local food growers markets are here from, where are you from? Somewhere. The local markets. I go to places and they started with a growers market on a Saturday and now that's transforming with the help of individuals into a Wednesday growers market. People want local food and you are a beacon. You are the influencers. You are the change makers in your groups. So don't underestimate the power of you buying local food because you're affecting your family, your street, your community, your region. It's happening everywhere. And whether there's a few hundred people here or a few thousand, you can make and drive this change because elements of it are slow. But the momentum is building and that's why it's a pleasure to be here. I could fire up even more, but there's other people here to share their ideas. So welcome the other speakers today. Come along tonight. We'll really be able to get into the nitty-gritty of this more tonight. But today's about saying, hey, this is our parliament. This is a people's place and our future is about a people's fueled food future. And do not underestimate your power in driving this because every mouthful you chew is affecting the future of our food system. That one just came up last night, I don't know. I think it was a cross between me being Greek, autocorrect, and just poor English. But you chew and you choose at the same time. And let's not be overwhelmed by the debate that it's more expensive or it's cheaper because the real price is hidden elsewhere. And we each need to expose these challenges just as the berries is one example. And as I said on the radio this morning, you know, we're not being told about what imported garlic is being dipped in to be allowed into the country. These are the issues we need to share. It is positive. There is lots of things going on everywhere I go. Sustainable Living Festival's next week. Earth Hour. The theme for Earth Hour this year is food and farming. So it's influencing every corner of every activist because it's not going to be activism forever. We're going to change it. So stay strong, chew carefully. Thank you. Cheers, Lisa.
Thank you, Costa Georgiadis. We have a special guest, but I think I'll let him